Hello. I'm just gonna wait a few minutes to wait for people to jump on. I am here. I'm just going to create showing you how to put in a nose piece. All right. Is anybody here? Oh, hello. Oh my goodness, lots of people. Hi guys. Sorry, I don't have a great view. Hello, I'm here. I'm just going to point it down at the thing here. And then I'm just gonna finish. I'm doing some of my, what do you call it? Good morning. Doing the masks. But I'm gonna show you guys in a minute how I put in the nose piece. If you want to put a nose piece, because I've had many people requesting that. So it won't be a super long stream, just kind of showing you what I do, and then maybe just working on masks and chatting. Hello. Okay, just finishing up the these little gussets here for my medium, which is my best seller. So are you guys selling or are you donating? I find that selling to the locals and then donating them to the hospitals is the way to go, so that you can recoup some of your costs, because it's not cheap doing this. And I mean, I've used most of my stash, but eventually you run out of elastic. Okay, so this is what I'm using. I don't really know what else I could use unless I went into the hardware store, but I like this idea, which is just a regular pipe cleaner, and they're super easy to find and get. So I have one mask that I have just flipped right sides out, and then I have one mask that's completed. So if you wanted to, if you were selling them, you could make all your masks up and then post them, and then you could say, like, you know, $1 or more if you wanted me to add a nose piece, and then you could add that last, which is nice. So you don't have to add it during if nobody wants that. So it doesn't need to be super big, but probably, I'm gonna say, let's measure that. Where's my rulers? Got a nice new little one somewhere, but that's the problem, is it's little, so it's hard to find. Oh well, I'll just use this one. I got this one at the secondhand store for $1, which is a steal of a deal if you ask me. And that was a long time ago. That wasn't recently, because I haven't been to a thrift store in so long, and I'm getting just sad. I usually go to one like at least once a week, you know, just to pop in and see if they got anything good. Because this is a Fiskars. So that was, anyways. All right, so here is my little piece. It's still about 4 inches long. So, you know, you can make it all the way across if you want. In the actual masks. Actually, if you wanted to, because that's so close, you could just split a pipe cleaner into 3, because now I have this small piece that is almost the size. Oh, wait, you're not seeing. See, there's a little bit more, so just split into 3. I think that would be best. So it'll probably be about 3 3/4 in length. Okay, so if you have a mask that has a directional print, of course, make sure it's at the top. And then with this one, because we have that gusset, you can just slip it right inside, and then put it, just kind of, actually, you know what? I'm gonna bend it so that I can find the center. There. And then when I get it in, then I will flatten it. No problem. Yeah, lots of people have been asking me to do this, so I figured I would jump on quick and do it. It's a beautiful day. I'm starting to experience burnout, so I need to get out and get some vitamin D, I think. All right, so just carefully just push it up to my top stitching, and then try to get it as high as you can. And then you're just going to, actually, you know what would work best for this is actually a zipper foot. I think that would be good to get really nice and close. What am I doing? Get my zigzag stitch on. I didn't move. See, this might be a little bit of a pain in the butt, I'm not gonna lie. I did it before and it wasn't this. All right. So yeah, just kind of push it up there. If you wanted to hand stitch it in, you could do that. But I really think that using that zipper, the zipper foot would be best. But mine's downstairs, so I'm not gonna go get it. But if you want to do a little line here, just to kind of box it in so that it doesn't shift this way and that way. And then we're just gonna go along it. And if you get it nice and close to that first top stitch, then it won't be too noticeable. You don't want to impede on the gusset because you still want to be able to insert those filters. And I think it's okay if you, because they're pipe cleaners, the wire is so, it's nothing crazy. So if you hit it with your needle, it won't be too bad. Okay, this is really bad. Of course, you would need to have a little bit of practice. This looks pretty good. Not so much. But don't mind the mess. Let's see if it works. Oh yeah. Can't breathe, but no, I'm kidding. That's good though. That's just the right amount. So about 3 3/4 inches. Very tight here. Like that is all you need for real. You don't need anything stronger, because some people were saying to use like the metal that you would find in those file folders that you put in the filing cabinets, you know, those thin, long, but those are it's kind of rough. It's kind of like, those are thick. So, but okay, so just say this is what you want to do at the end. If you wanted to do it on a finished one, then before you do your top stitching, you still have that hole for turning. Then you can just easily, again, just slip a piece in. So put it right inside. And if you wanted to, you could do that top stitching on the other side of it. Yeah, because you know how you do your top stitching along here. Put that pipe cleaner here, and then put your only row of stitching right here, your only top stitching, because now, of course, that one has 2 rows of top stitching. But now, so whatever you want, whatever you think would look best. I'm not going to do this one because, like I said, I would rather put in the, what do you call it, by request. Okay, so now I'm just going to hang out. So I've done what I said I was going to do, and I'm just going to sew a little bit. I do have a little play date today. Nothing crazy, but I will have, I think one friend's going to come over and sit very, very far away from me in my yard. So that's only one person though. But what have you guys been doing during this crazy time in our lives? Oh my, I'll show you some of my, I have lots prepped. I like to have them prepped and ready to go so that I can just assemble. So like I have the outers, I have my linings prepped, which is usually a solid, and then my gussets, which I have, you know, right now I'm just kind of going through my stash and using up all the not so great stuff. But if you were gonna buy lining fabric and gusset fabric, I would definitely think about going dark. So if you're gonna do a lighter outer, I would do a lighter lining, but then do a darker on the mouth. It's because some girls like to wear makeup and stuff, so it might get kind of gross. But if you see, hold on, I'll show you. Like, there's not that much of the lining showing, so I found it okay to put white there. Oh, we are all fighting with our husbands, that is for sure. This is definitely going to test a lot of marriages. My husband works, but he's just on vacation right now. So, but he does that a lot. So we're kind of used to this, so it's not a big deal. But some people, they rely on their husbands going to work every day. It's raining in California. Is that normal? It did rain beautifully here this morning, and now it's starting to, the sun's coming out and it's drying it all up, so that's perfect, you know? If you're gonna rain, just rain at night when I'm sleeping. It's supposed to rain again later, though. So I'm just placing my gusset first. This is what I like to do. I like to place my gusset first. And then I will take my lining and then put that on and reposition my clips. Just to make sure that all my clips or all my layers are nice and flat. But I've made probably 60 masks, I think. But I'm getting tired. So now I've changed what I've done a little bit. I veered off a little bit from my initial tutorial just because I'm making so many. So I am opting to do the folding over version for my elastic. So, I mean, if I'm going to make it for myself, I probably wouldn't do that. But just because I have to make so many that it just, I mean, it still looks okay for the fold over. Just some people just don't prefer it. That's all. Like, usually sewing people, you know, people who sew get nitpicky about that kind of stuff. So, but I've chosen to do my hole for turning on the side here. So. I usually don't give myself too much of a hole, but this is what I would like, what I do. So just go in a little bit on either side. And then I can flip it. And Bishop, California. Yeah, this is a good way to do it. Especially when you're making a ton. And then sometimes this happens. Have you ever noticed this? You flip it and you're like, oh no, the gusset's on the wrong side. I did that and I was like, oh no, what did I do wrong? But no, you just need to flip it. My mom called me and she said, I did everything right and the gusset is in the wrong spot. But then I said that and she's like, oh, okay, never mind. My handy dandy knitting needle. It's the only thing that doesn't bust holes in my fabric. I couldn't find it the one day and I used something else and I made a hole in my fabric and destroyed one. Like, damn it. Ooh, look at that. Isn't that nice? Oh, yes. Who doesn't like pineapple? But I went out yesterday for the first time in, I think the last time I went to Walmart was mid-March. So nice. And I had to go grocery shopping. I had to wait in a line, social distancing line. About 20 minutes took to get inside the store. And I was standing in the rain, so. At least it wasn't raining too hard, but crazy. I haven't been out, so I haven't seen firsthand what it's like out. But thankfully I got a lot of things. I watched one video of a girl and she was doing an Aldi haul and she said that at Aldi they were doing limits on, I think it was like you could either buy, you could only buy one dairy item. So like literally one dairy item. So either milk or butter, like you couldn't buy, oh, okay, I'm going to buy one milk and one butter. It's like, no, you have to buy one dairy item, which like, how many dairy items do you buy? Like cheese, milk, like there's so many dairy items, and to say no, you can only have one, like I think that's crazy. So luckily mine isn't like that. I can buy as many items as I want in that section. It's just the toilet paper that seems to be restricted, and there's a few other things that are restricted, but toilet paper, paper towels, that seemed to be the most. I thought that was crazy to hear that. Evie, stay. I have my puppy beside me. But yeah, she's doing good. She's 6 months old. She is a teenager, so she got a hold of the barbecue brush and destroyed it. Which, I mean, if it's down, I mean, of course it's got all the tastes and the flavors on it, so I'd want to chew on that too if I was a puppy. But she's having her puppy nap now. She wants to hang out in the backyard with the kids, but she body checks my son. So, I don't like that. Can you see her? She's so cute. She's a good dog, though. Yeah. She's just young and a puppy, but I know that when she gets older, she's gonna be good. Oh, okay, yeah. See, we had two toilet papers at our Walmart, so I thought that was actually pretty good. But at Costco, they were only letting you have one toilet paper. So. But I think that I'm going to hop off now. I'm tired. I'm going to go take a break and go outside. It's beautiful. I have so much work to do outside too. We tore down our shed last year and put up a new one in a different location. But the shed still has the wood base around. So I'm trying to get that out, and it has footings, like cement in the ground. So I want to, like, you know, just make it look like there wasn't a shed there. So that's what I've been. Oh, that one's good. I almost planned that, but not really. With the stripes are almost lined up. Okay, well, thank you guys for coming in, and if you're making the masks, I would love to see them, so post them over on social media and Instagram and all that stuff like that. And if you're new, hi, thank you for joining, and I hope you stick around and stay subscribed forever, because eventually I will get back to normal tutorials. I just need to... It's hard with the kids, so if you can imagine, it's really hard to do anything. So that's why I've been hopping on these live streams, so at least that I'm still here and I'm doing things and working on things and stuff. So thank you so much for popping in, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.